We all know Dean Lister, but I was actually surprised to see how good Ricardo Abreu was in this match. His defensive and offensive reactions were super strong. Let's start right away. And Dean Lister is pulling into guard straight away. Okay, going supine now. I think this is better for Ricardo because now he can put pressure from this initial position. And he is very good at forcing half guard. And Dean is looking for that underhook and he got it. Let's see if he will manage to get into the other leg of Ricardo on the left leg. So he can get into a leg lock position. And Ricardo is going for over-under from this position. So maybe he can get on the outside and pass from there. He was trying to shin slice that bottom leg of Dean Lister, but Dean Lister is defending very good. And that double under attempt was amazing from Ricardo. But Dean Lister kept his hips heavy and defended that position. And now again he's in butterfly, but he's flattened out here if you see. And now he's in better position on the side. And Ricardo really needs to be careful of his head positioning here. Yeah, now he's going into omoplata, Dean Lister is. Ricardo trying to jump over Dean Lister, but that was amazing defense. Getting the elbow line out and straight into side control. This is the problem with omoplata in no-gi, because you don't have the sleeve to control that elbow of the opponent. It is so easy for them to slip. But I think in no-gi it's better to do it and try to sweep instead of finishing that omoplata. But some people can finish omoplata in no-gi. Meragali is very good at it. Also Joseph Chen has finished people with omoplata. But it's very rare. A very rare submission in no-gi. In the gi is so much easier. And now Dean Lister is in side control. And watch how he's digging that left arm of his for an underhook. Just looking for space. But he's getting crossface here. So he really needs to clear that arm of Ricardo. The left arm of Ricardo. So he can make space and use that underhook of his. Pay attention how Ricardo is laying on the underhook of Dean Lister. So also how he's low with the positioning of his head and shoulders. So it is easier for him to completely collapse that underhook of Dean Lister. And that was very nice top spin. Dean Lister tried to wrestle up on a single leg there. But that top spin of Ricardo completely shut down the wrestle up. And again Dean Lister is now looking for an underhook to escape. He's in the same position he was a minute ago. Hey guys, on my Patreon, I post free breakdowns from the newest matches I can't share on YouTube. On top of that, you'll find a lot more study material, built to level up your jiu-jitsu. I'm sure you'll come across something there that helps your game. The link is in the description and pinned comment. And if you're new, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next study. Ricardo is keeping this position very sticky, so it's hard for Dean Lister to move. He's mostly waiting for Ricardo to move, and then he will do something. Maybe he can make space from here now. And Ricardo is trying to get into a higher position here. Those frames of Dean Lister are very good. So maybe he can make space to bring his knees back inside. Okay, again now he has an underhook. And again Ricardo is trying to do a top spin here. But Dean Lister is catching his left leg. So now he is in a coyote guard. Let's see if Dean Lister will manage to hip heist from here. And gain height enough so he can do something. But he is going on the second leg. Trying to attack something like an outside heel hook. But Ricardo is putting a lot of pressure from the top on that right leg of his. So it's hard for Dean Lister to do anything from here. But he's trying to elevate him to the right, like to the camera angle. So he can get under him. He's trying to pull him into something like a deep half guard. Just so he can get to that right leg of Ricardo. But Ricardo is always ready to crossface him if you see. So it's hard for Dean Lister to completely just go like full send on that position. And let's see what Dean Lister will do. He's going for a double under. Let's see if he'll manage to elevate him from here. This is not like the best sweeping position, but he can go into shoulder crunch. And that is a lot more useful than this. But I've seen people get swept with this, like. This is not that bad. But when people have like a good balance, it's very hard. And Ricardo is going into like a high tripod. So Dean Lister was trying to get into the legs of Ricardo. But now again he's transitioning into this omoplata. Yeah, this omoplata is very good from this position. But he needs to be careful so Ricardo doesn't counter with like jumping over him or getting... Yeah, he jumped over him. Yeah, that is the problem. What if you let people jump over you? Now he's again into side control. Yeah, you need to block the hip and the close leg of your opponent when you're having that like omoplata. You have the omoplata on the right side and also block the right leg of the opponent. Never let them like jump over you and just completely stuck you from these positions. You need to be like careful and also focus to never let them gain momentum to escape. And now again, Dean Lister is in the same position. He's like 3 times here. But he's very good at escaping these bad positions. So I'm sure he will find a way to escape. He's again looking for that underhook with his left arm. He really likes this escape. So this is his main defense. Like underhooking and letting people like crossface him. I would really like to see him like not let people like crossface him and also have like a frame on that side. But you see, he's waiting like Ricardo to move and then he's going for this like single leg attempt. Just amazing work from Dean Lister from there. And now he's using that near side underhook. So he's completely blocking that underhook scoop that Ricardo is having on the left leg of Dean Lister. And if you see Ricardo's shoulders, both of them are on the mat. And also Ricardo lost that near underhook battle. So now he's completely flattened here. He really needs to move to a side and be on like a one hip instead of just completely laying flat. But he's just resting, like laughing with Dean Lister. But I don't know how much time he has, so he needs to move. And he elevated Dean Lister, but he elevated him straight into outside heel hook. And Dean Lister is going full send on that leg. But he lost the knee line, so he's going belly down trying to expose the heel. And now because they rolled, they ended in 50-50 position. And Ricardo is in a position to attack Dean Lister from here. But I am sure that that is not his main strategy. So he needs to go on the other hip where his leg is free and he can stand up and hide the left leg of his. But yeah, now he's in better position to escape. But also it is easier for Dean Lister to leg lock him from here. And Ricardo is really playing with fire here. It is very important for him to get on his right hip and try to escape from here. But you see how he's like going flat? And this is a good position for Dean Lister to completely break him. So yeah, now it's even worse for Ricardo. Yeah, this is over. This is over. This is over, yeah. If he was just completely going on his right hip and hiding the left leg, like doing like a ballerina toes, it will be like so much easier for Ricardo to defend that position. Hey guys, on my Patreon, I post free breakdowns from the newest matches I can't share on YouTube. On top of that, you'll find a lot more study material built to level up your jiu-jitsu. I'm sure you'll come across something there that helps your game. The link is in the description and pinned comment. And if you're new, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next study.